Hello, welcome back to the channel, everyone. We are, of course, your neighborhood-friendly whiskey watchers. I'm Dan.
I'm Jake.
And today we have a bunch of bottles here on the table for one reason and one reason only. We're drinking all of them.
Oh, you got a cot?
I have a room in the back we can lay in.
Thank God.
No, in all reality, we're going to be creating a 2024 Infinity bottle just to, have something that would span the entire year. We'll taste it throughout the year as we make additions. And of course, we might wind up giving this bottle to a subscriber at the end of the year. So stay tuned for that at the end of the year. Anyway, so we have up on the table here every bottle that we've done a review on so far in 2024, apart from the Garrison Brothers Cowboy and the Field of Dreams bourbon that Jake sent back to his house, and because of,
sitting on the floor at my house, except for the Garrison. The Garrison's kind of sitting on my living room table.
So because of horrible planning on my part, I did not tell him to bring those. So he's just going to bring them by. We're going to put them in at any given time.
Maybe drink some more Garrison Brothers.
Probably might drink some more Garrison Brothers, but we'll definitely add them to the bottle. So let's clear this down and we'll get set up. You ready?
Yep.
Let's do it. All right, so we've cleared down everything. We're going to put everything back up here, but we're going to do it kind of in, not really in order, but we're going to talk a little bit about, what we're putting in and why, other than we tasted it, reviewed it. These are going to be things that we did like, we didn't really like, or we're kind of indifferent about. If we reviewed it, it's going in the bottle. The only thing that we're excluding for this are finishes. Because a powerful enough finish, like say an Amberana finish,
a full-fledged Amberana finish has taken over a whole Infinity.
Yeah, it could really overtake something. We're not Scotch drinkers, so obviously there won't be any Scotch in this. I did have an Infinity bottle that I made previously that I put a 1/4 ounce of Lagavulin 16 in, and it took the whole bottle over. He can even attest to that. I let him try it. He's like, this tastes like a tire fire.
It is peat.
So anyway, let's get going. Let's start here because this is one that we did not enjoy at all.
Nope.
This is Traveler by Buffalo Trace.
The sourced Buffalo
just
Trace.
a nice sourced, I believe it's still Sazerac owned stuff because they do own some Canadian stuff. Caribou Crossing is Canadian. It's a Sazerac product. So with these, we're going to do about half ounce to 3/4 ounce pours of each one of these, and we're using the funny big funnel. I had one that was bigger, but the nipple here just didn't fit. So so we're going to do about half ounce to 3/4 ounce pours of these to start this thing out, and then afterwards we'll give her a little taste and see what we think. So there is Traveler in the bottle. Oof. So one of Jake's favorites, well, one of our all-time favorites here, Jake. I'll let you pour that one in. This is the Hard Truth Bourbon coming in at 96 proof. We love this one very, very much.
Very nice.
He's probably going to be a little heavy-handed with these, but you know what? That's fine. We love the brand, and we love what's coming out of there. So
I'm trying not to be heavy-handed.
Yeah, it's fine. We can be heavy-handed. This one, right here, is the Green River Rye, one that he did not like due to its 95.5 nature and typical rye-esque characteristics, but I absolutely loved it. It's a very crushable rye. I think this one is going to hold up well. That was more of an ounce, but whoops. What do you want next, Jake? Do you want something cask strength? Do you want something a little more unique? What do you want?
Well, we've done some get something cask strength up in
Something
here.
cask strength? Okay. So this is, here you go, the 15-year Penelope Light Whiskey coming in at, what's that, 120.4, I think?
128.4.
Oh, sorry, excuse me, 128.4.
Yeah. Bring the heat.
Bringing the heat and the sweet.
The light, sweet heat.
Because let's be honest, I got a very savory note on the nose, but the palate on this one was extremely sweet, and I really enjoyed it. Going from that, let's go ahead and grab one that we weren't too super excited about after we tasted it, of course. This is the 10-year, 9-month Elijah Craig Barrel Proof A124, coming in at a staggeringly low 119 proof.
Wait till you see it like 107 proof.
Oof. That would be rather sad. But it is what it is. Heaven Hill will do what Heaven Hill will do. So we'll just leave it at that.
See what they do.
Jake, you want to add... You know what? I'm going to let you just add the hard truth stuff. Here you go. It's the 4-grain bourbon that everyone seems to kind of go one way or the other about. I've heard a lot more positive notes than I have negative notes about this one. Really, really good.
Very.
Oh yeah.
Drippies.
The drippies. And coming in after that one, I'm going to do the other Heaven Hill product on the list, the Larceny Barrel Proof. This one, though, they're starting off the year really good with the Larceny brand.
Yeah, they are.
We really enjoyed this one.
Like I said, I think I said this in the episode, I think this is the first time that the Larceny has been better than the Elijah Craig.
Yeah, you never liked the Larceny over the Elijah Craig.
Not particularly.
So that's really saying something. You know what? Let's just keep it with the hard truth. Here's the wheated bourbon.
I'm running out of room.
Move them over. Stat.
Scrape.
Scrape, scratch. So while Jake's pouring this up again, we're still on that quest to 500. So go down below where he's at over there. Hit that like and subscribe button. We should have mentioned that a little bit earlier in the episode, but you know what? Now is better, than never. So yeah, help us get to that 500 mark and on to 1,000, where we'll do a free bottle giveaway for one of you, our subscribers. Thank you for joining us and becoming what Jake calls a watcher. We appreciate you all very much. So this is one that disappointed me.
Start calling him Tron. What Tron calls him, I call him a user.
User. So this is the 9-year Willet rye whiskey that we just released the review on last week. Again, the nose is absolutely beautiful on this one.
He didn't like it. I remember it being not half bad.
Yeah, you scored it like a C+, which for you on a rye scale is huge.
Yeah.
For me, I scored it just a C, and that for me on a rye scale is very low, because I enjoy rye whiskey.
Yeah, you're a rye drinker. I'm a bourbon drinker.
So I'm going to let you do the stag. This is 23C.
SJ.
We got in on this one just a little late. Woo! There's the heavy hand.
Oh, and the miss.
There it is. All right.
I'm used to these big bottles, and then I got a shorty.
And then the last addition for this one will be the 1924 Old Forester that we really enjoyed. Found out that the mash bill on this one is supposedly the old early times mash bill that Brown-Forman at one time used. So these beautiful little plastic top early times, this is that same mash bill, just aged 10 years. So that'll be a fun one. My keys! I'm trying to steal his car.
Your car's better than mine and newer. It has more features. I don't know why you're trying to get mine. Better gas mileage? That's the only thing I can think of.
I was going to say, it has better gas mileage.
Roll up.
And in all actuality, there is one more bottle that we did review this year that I need to stick in here. Do you know what bottle that is?
Nope.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So we did review the George T. Stagg from 2023 this year, and we released that review after we released the best of. So there's going to be almost an ounce of George T. in the building.
In the bottle.
In the bottle. So
into the bottle.
Here it goes. I did about 3/4 of an ounce because I'm feeling generous. There we
Should have
go.
just turned the whole jigger over and
So
pitter patter, bud.
pitter patter. So Jake, if you want to step off real quick and grab the Weeglins from over there behind the counter,
Oh, the little
behind
baby
the camera.
blends.
Let's give this a little preemptive taste.
Oh, a good old stir and a good old sip.
All right, so let's seal this up. We did actually go for a synthetic cork on this simply because it's going to be opened a lot over the course of the year to not only taste from, but also
To add to.
And I didn't want a cork to break or anything like that. So let's roll these around a little bit, let them get to know each other. Obviously, as this kind of Solera blending process goes on, these whiskeys are going to get to know each other a little bit more, and the flavors might develop a little bit more. Obviously, no aging in the glass, but
Gotta shake weight it.
yeah. Anyway, so let's go ahead and give this a taste real quick. Just pour a little bit out to see how it's shaping up.
Sipperino.
Just a little sipperino.
Sip, sip, sipperoo.
There we go. The beginnings of the 2024 Infinity bottle.
Sipped by us.
Here we
Made
go.
by us.
All right, so
Brought to you by us.
So yeah, it actually does have very, 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 very beautiful legs. I mean, the Weegland aren't going to show off much of those, but oh, that nose is.
Oh, that's pretty nice.
It has a coffee note to it. Wow.
And almost like a stout note.
A stout, like a chocolate, like a chocolatey, stouty, malty note to it.
It's a wow.
All right, so cheers, bud. Little Weegland, cheers.
The tiniest of tinks.
I'll
This
stop
is-
right there.
Yeah, I was gonna say this is already pretty good.
We're done. Wow.
It even tastes chocolatey.
It's very chocolatey. It's like this dark chocolate, caramely. Oh man.
Let's do an ounce of each of these in a whole different bottle.
Oh man.
You know what? Get a bottle.
That's 2 ounces. All right. So we want to thank you for joining us on this one. We've included 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think you've counted it, right?
12.
12. So 12.
That's what I was just doing.
12 half to 3/4 ounce pours in this already. We've taken probably about half an ounce out of it.
We could get 12 1.5 ounces of each of these in a bottle.
Oh yeah. 25 ounces in a bottle, so here we go. Anyway, guys, thank you again for joining us. We want to thank you for going through this one with us. It's kind of just been an
Roller
homage to
coaster.
2024 so far. This is technically it's the end of March, so technically
Madness.
this is the end of the first quarter for us. So this has been a quarter's worth of tastings, and again, thank you all for sticking with us
Maybe
through
that's
that.
what we should do.
So
The quarterly. Infinity.
we'll just keep adding as it goes because we don't want this to oxidize horribly, because it is.
They make a thing for that.
They do. Yeah, I just don't have any anymore. We'd have to go buy it. Anyway, thanks for joining us, and again, go down below, hit that like and subscribe button. We thank you so much for doing so, and until we drink again.
I'm Jake.
And I'm Dan. We want to remind you to share a pour with your friends and family because just like the movies,
Memories don't make themselves.
they do not. Little tink.